Okay, here we go. 92 VFR 750F. My old trusty bike. Problem is, I've had a lot of clutch issues, and I've read a lot of stories. And what I've found is that there is a return line in here where you have to use number 80. Let me show you that. Okay, it's right below that metal piece right there. You pry that up with the small little whatever. You can use anything. There's a small little hole under there. What you're gonna need to do is get something like this. It's a 21 piece mini drill set. I got it on eBay for like $5. Use the number 80 bit, which is the smallest freaking bit. You see it down there? It's really small. And you're gonna wanna drill it through that hole. It's really small in there. And mine was clogged. This area here was completely full of rubbish and junk. I think the reason for that is the rubber in the plunger gets really screwed up. But the reason why there's that shield there is to protect from, you look at other ones, it'll be like a fountain when you do this, but what that does is that blocks that metal piece. But in doing so, inadvertently it traps rubbish inside there, and if it traps rubbish in there, it could cause your clutch to slip. What I did was I replaced my entire clutch, and I'm gonna drain out all the fluid, make sure I have no contaminated fluid. We'll go from there. But what I'm going to do today is the reverse bleed, because I've been here for a couple of days trying to bleed this doggone thing with the Mighty Vac and conventional bleeding systems. But I'm going to try to do a reverse. So with the reverse bleed, you want to make sure it's the opposite of a conventional bleed. You want to make sure your reservoir is completely empty. You can do that many ways. What I did was I used a small syringe to perform that task. What did I do with my syringe? Oh, here it is. This is the syringe I used for that task. And then for the bigger task of pumping the new brake fluid in, you're gonna need what I did was I used the 30 ml. Probably be better off with a 60, but they were out of stock, or even a 150. But this was $1.65, and the tubing was another 65 cents. So this is the 30 ml, right there, milliliters. About an ounce. So we'll see how far I can get with this. On the F model, you're probably gonna have to loosen the coil and move it out of the way, because you're not gonna have enough room to work. What I did was I put a Mighty Vac adapter along with the, I couldn't use the skinny hose, so I used the one from the Mighty Vac. It went right over this what they call, this is Lure Lock, LUER-LOC tip. It goes right over. You have to use a lot of muscle to get it on there, but once you get it on there, then you use the adapter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into this hole right here, and then I'm going to pump that brake fluid reverse through the system into my empty reservoir. This method is you're gonna have to purge the line out of all this air right here. You see the air? So just like how a doctor would do it, you're gonna wait until all those bubbles come up to the top, and then you can purge the line. You purge the line by just waiting till all the bubbles go to the top, obviously, and then once you get them up there, you squeeze the syringe. and you're gonna have some leakage, but you want as much air as you can to come out of this before you begin pumping. You've got your syringe purged. Loosen up your bleeder screw. You can see my reservoir is full. My syringe. Just repeat the steps maybe 1 or 2 times and you should be good. I found another tip that another YouTuber told me about, and he says to zip tie your clutch lever after you're done with your bleeding for about 24 hours. That'll help to purge out all of the air from the line if you have any air remaining. I don't know how valid the tip is, but it doesn't hurt in trying to do it if you're not going to run the bike for another day. I've got to go to work, so I won't be running this bike today. I wish you well. I wish you luck. I had so much problems with air in my line here that was my only solution. $4 compared to the Mighty Vac, which cost me $50 at the O'Reilly store. You do the math, you do what you want. Just Ride 7 is signing out. Aloha.